clip. And then
You ready?
when you're ready. And then just straight down the barrel. Stay there.
There wasn't a fight that connected with me because my drive was only to get respect from my brothers, and that's the only reason I took up boxing. And I had no, at the time, thinking about it at 14, I didn't have this mind, okay, you know, I'm going to be something. When boxing became important to me, it became important to me because it was the way in which I was going to win the respect of my brothers. That's the reason why it was important to me, because I could do everything else. You know, my brothers used to give me a really hard time beyond what I can actually express to you. And they were doing this because I was intelligent. I've always been intelligent. I wasn't any different when I was a kid to what you're hearing now. And this is why I got my bottom roasted by them all the time. You know, it's like Mr. Know-It-All. Can you believe that? It's true. You know, it was about righteousness. It was about being righteous. It was about being correct. It was about protecting those who were being bullied. It was about standing up for what was true. That's what inspired me. So keep in mind, okay, so Simon and Peter, they were boxers. So here's me thinking, okay, you know, now listen to how intelligent this is for a 14-year-old. This is what I was saying, you know, I've always been like this in mind. Listen to this. I'm saying to myself, okay, at 14, I'm saying to myself, even if I'm no good at boxing, they're going to respect me because it takes so much courage to get into the ring and box. That's my mind process at 14. Strike that, 13. At 14 years old, I was standing on a table in a home in North Wales, in a place called Llangollen, and I was dancing in the mirror. And 14 years old, you know, you've got all that energy, and I was looking in the mirror like, you know what, I'm going to be a fighter. I'm going to be, you know what, I'm going to be world champion. I said it. Your spirit is listening to you. 10 years later, I was world champion. When I said it, I was feeling. When you feel, you see what it is in life, you don't get what you want. If you say you want something, you don't get it. You get it if you feel it. Now, imagine how desperately I wanted the respect of my brothers. I loved my brothers, and they despised me. I couldn't work it out then. Why? I know it. I know now, and I've explained to you why that was. But at the time, I didn't understand. So, you know, if these, you know, three brothers were so dear to me, and I wanted nothing but their respect, you know, because to one I was a fool, to the other I was an idiot, and to one, he didn't even speak to me. That was the most brutal of psychological beatings, you know, when someone ignores you. I mean, I'm talking about you're in the room and never spoke to me. Yeah. One day I'm going to cry about that because I'm getting close to that. I'm getting close to the time coming where that was so cruel. But in it being so cruel, it gave me drive to get his respect. So he became a boxer, a professional boxer, Peter. Simon became a professional boxer. So there's me thinking, okay, if I can even just have the courage to go into the ring, they're going to respect me. But when I said it at 14 years old, dancing in the mirror and really, you know what, yeah, I'm going to be a world champion. I felt it. Now that goes into your superconscious. And your superconscious mind is the universe. You know, so this is the law of attraction in process. And as I say, 10 years later, I was world champion. When I fought Ben on the 18th of November 1990, I won their respect that particular night. This is what it sounded like from them. Brother, you are a really serious tosspot. That's what I got from them. It seemed my brothers have never respected me. They've never, ever been kind to me. But all of this has done nothing but drive me to be better and better and better. Which is why the noble art, which is boxing, when you hear that, it's not an accident, it's not a coincidence. It is a noble art. Who can be so aggressive, so vicious, so calculating in terms of damaging another person, but at the same time be detached and so gentle? We're noblemen. Fighters are noblemen. This is why we are the standard bearers within the community. This is why we are the ones who they watch. We are the examples. So when I hear all of these potty mouths, we have to stop that. We have to stop that. Those are going against the rules of gentlemanly conduct. And going against those rules is what destroys our communities at large. We have their menaces running around, menacing people. You know, people who are mindless of the care of others, not understanding that what you do unto others will be done unto you. You have to be kind.